Yeah, Simon, the chilling evidence was presented to the judge here, Julie Nicholson. She signed off on these involuntary manslaughter charges. You're going to hear this for yourself, and it includes how a teacher saw Ethan Crumbley in class Tuesday morning before the shooting with a disturbing picture. Teacher took a picture of that picture and then notified the office.
A drawing of a semi-automatic handgun pointing toward the words, "The thoughts won't stop, help me." In another section of the note was a drawing of a bullet with the following words above that bullet, quote, "Blood everywhere." Between the drawing of the gun and the bullet is a drawing of a person who appears to have been shot twice and bleeding. Below that figure is a drawing of a laughing emoji. Further down the drawing are the words, "My life is useless," and to the right of those words are, "The world is dead."
Ethan's parents were called to the school, and in a meeting in the office with Ethan, he had scratched out much of the drawing.
At that meeting, James and Jennifer Crumbley were shown the drawing and were advised that both were required to get Ethan into counseling within 48 hours. Both James and Jennifer Crumbley failed to ask Ethan if he had his gun with him or where his gun was located, and failed to inspect his backpack for the presence of the gun.
The parents rejected the idea that Ethan go home, and he was returned to class. A couple of hours later, the shooting inside Oxford High School started at 12:51. When it hit the news, Jennifer Crumbley texted her son.
"Ethan, don't do it."
And James Crumbley heard the news.
At 1:37 p.m., James Crumbley called 911 reporting that a gun was missing from his house and he believed his son may be the shooter.
The Oakland County prosecutor charging both parents with involuntary manslaughter, not keeping that 9mm semi-automatic handgun locked up. It was kept in a drawer in the parents' bedroom.
The notion that a parent could read those words and also know that their son had access to a deadly weapon that they gave him is unconscionable, and I think it's criminal.
Now, the video of the parents and Ethan, that's from the Zoom when Ethan was charged here in this court on Wednesday. I can tell you the judge is remaining on call over the weekend for the arraignment of the parents. I talked with other school officials about what happened inside the office at Oxford High School just before the shooting with Ethan, his parents, the backpack, likely the gun inside the backpack, and that picture. I'm told it was purely a discretionary call by a dean, a principal, a counselor to allow him to return to class with all of that discussion. But as we know, the sheriff told us this week, his liaison officer was not part of that meeting and not in those discussions. Reporting live tonight from Rochester Hills, Jim Kurtz, 7 Action News.
A lot of shocking information coming out today. Thank you so much, Jim, for that live report.